Okay, it is cycle day 9, and I am already getting a positive surge. This is so crazy. Yesterday was nothing. That's how fast my body just catapults. So it went from, there's a little thing of dust on there. Yeah, that was yesterday. It was kind of weird though. The day before, it was like that. So I think this one, my urine was practically clear, and so it just kind of, I think it affected the line on the left, the test line. Anyway, so it is 2 p.m. today, September 3rd, cycle day 9. So because of, I guess, my age and everything, I am just starting to surge and ovulate earlier. However, I'm still within normal limits, so that means I'm pretty much going to ovulate tomorrow on day 10. And I have read a lot and seen a lot where if you have a shorter cycle, it's normal to ovulate on day 10 and the egg is mature and healthy and fine. So, but before, I've been ovulating on day 13 for my whole life. So this has just started happening in the last year. So anyway, that's okay. I'm not stressed out because my sperm is due to arrive tomorrow. It'll probably arrive around 3 p.m. like last time. And so I will just not stressed out. I will totally be fine. And probably just like last time, inseminate around 4 p.m. and be good to go. All right, yeah, a little bit of a surprise. I really actually thought it was going to be negative, but that's okay. Okay, so I wanted to put this little clip in before I start my pregnancy testing. But anyway, I am 5 DPO officially around 10 a.m. So I just picked 10 a.m. as my cutoff point, or whatever point I get to make it an official DPO. So 10 a.m. is my DPO, even though, just to let you know what happened, I actually ovulated. I'm one of the people that can feel the egg coming out of my ovary. I know that sounds funny and people are like, whatever. But it's true. I can totally feel it happening, and was freaking out once again because of my age and my follicle stimulating hormone is higher. It rushes things, and I've been ovulating early the last few months, and so now I have started ovulating on day 10. And I've looked it up, and they're like, oh, anything before 11 and it's too early and it's not mature. And then I've Googled, you know, if an immature can still fertilize an implant and fail, of course, because it needs to be mature. Everybody knows that. But would they still be implanting? Because I've been having chemical pregnancies. And so is it possible to fertilize and get to the point of implantation and then fail because it was not mature? And what I found was pretty much most, like, doctors, I always go to doctors' YouTube channels and see what, you know, the MDs, fertility specialists, say about that. And I'm pretty much under the impression that fertilization is not possible whatsoever. That's what I've come to. If any of you have heard otherwise, you know, like fertilization, but then it fails, like the process cannot continue or complete. I'm not sure about that, but anyway, what I found was that it couldn't even happen at all. Fertilization would not happen at all. But anyway, either way, then I've come across the videos. I think it was Intermountain Moms, somebody said that, you know, some women have cycles as short as 22 days. I'm usually 25 to 26, and I always ovulated on day 13. Now, however, because it's been a couple years later, I have been ovulating on day 11 and now day 10. So basically, I know I took I showed in the previous clip that it was the static smiley face. I never get the flasher. I always jump straight to positive LH surge. And, God, I lost my train of thought. So, anyway, I'm gonna cut this part out. I can't even remember what I was gonna say. I lost my train of thought. So, anyway, yeah, so I knew, and I have to order my sperm. Don't want to say that very loud, but my husband is not able to have children, and I have a sperm donor. I order the sperm, it comes to my house. I do at-home insemination. This is like, blows my mind. My sperm donor sold out of ICI, which stands for intercervical insemination. So those are vials that are unwashed semen. So it's in the original seminal fluid, and it's unwashed. So there are a few dead sperm that have been frozen and preserved, along with debris or whatever happens when the sperm comes out. So my donor sold out last fall, and I was freaking out. I wasn't ready to inseminate yet. I was still in my window of, I was going to try and start trying to have another baby about nine months postpartum, because I figured, well, that's what my mom did, and that's how she got pregnant with me. My sister was 9 months old, and so that makes us 18 months apart. And so I kept going to the website and seeing my donor's vials go down. I'm like, who the heck is out there buying up my sperm? I was freaking out. And I bought one ICI vial in October, and somebody else cleaned him out, and I was devastated. And I had a chemical pregnancy in October with that ICI vial. Then I read, you know, the cryobank did say this, and then I did read it in other articles, that the washed sperm IUI vials still work and are still just as effective and good. And my other 5 chemical pregnancies proved that that was true. Now, they're chemical pregnancies because it could be a number of things, but I know it's because I'm older and my eggs are basically low on battery power. And so through another series of looking for answers, was reminded by the Dr. Amy, I think it's her name, that calls herself the Egg Whisperer, reminded me that it's CoQ10 that is necessary for supporting the mitochondrial function in the egg cell. So I was like, I cannot believe I stopped taking CoQ10. So I started doing that. I got my selenium back. I was taking zinc, ran out, got more. So I was taking selenium, zinc, and trying to take L-arginine when I can, only because that pill is so huge. I have a phobia of choking on that, you know. So anyway, so I ovulated at 10:53 at night, because when I felt the push, I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, no way, because my sperm, it was Thursday, and my sperm was not due to arrive until sometime in the late afternoon on Friday. So once again, I'm ovulating and I have no sperm. So they open at 8 a.m. I got handed together, got myself together, showed up at 7:59 a.m. at the FedEx sorting place, and had to wait in line. They're short on staff. Me and this other guy waited outside for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, till they finally opened the doors. I'm like, oh, wait until I finally get inside and watch my sperm drive away. So anyway, got in there, they had it, I got my sperm. And so basically I inseminated 11 hours after I felt that release of the egg. that was 10:53 in the morning. So 11 o'clock. And I inseminated at 9:30. And from what I've read, healthy, strong, fast swimming sperm can get to the egg as quick as 30 to 45 minutes. So I choose 10 o'clock as my conception time. Anyway, so I'm officially 5 DPO. And I felt some things yesterday, not that total poking, but felt, if you've been pregnant before and you've ever felt that round ligament pain, that shocking, that makes you almost just, it makes me go, ah, like it makes me scream. And it's so sharp and sudden, and then it's gone. And I had that yesterday, and I'm like, crap, what is that? And I've been feeling a lot of activity in that left ovary that the egg came out of. Anyway, I'm only 5 days past ovulation, and I know that, and I've seen a lot of other videos on embryology where they're like, the egg reaches the ovary and becomes a blastocyst around 5 to 6. So I think that I was gonna start testing at 6 DPO because I have gotten faint positives before, and this line showed up before the 10-minute mark, and I'll show it to you. And I think it's there because either implantation is happening right now and the hormone is happening now, and it's just super high, because these tests, the Walmart tests, detected at 20. Or I'm such a high baseline because I'm probably, most likely, I'm 99.999% sure I'm in perimenopause. I am 43 years old, and I really believe that I have such a head start that when there's HCG in my system, it's just a lot. So I'll show this to you. This happened before the 10-minute mark, and I'm gonna take a first response just to have a little fun. But I'm only 5 days past ovulation, so take what you want. But I'm not taking any of it seriously, but it is kind of fun. So I'll show it to you. Okay, I wasn't gonna do this today. Can you see that? I'm excited only because my last chemical pregnancy that I had, I couldn't even get an evaporation line. I couldn't even get a fake line to show up. So that's a line. I'm very surprised to see this. I'm gonna go ahead and do a first response. Oh, sorry, my nails are not manicured. I just think that's wild. It's wild and crazy. Isn't that wild and crazy? This happened before the 10 minutes, or right at the 10 minutes. So I'm gonna take a first response. Yeah, my heart's starting to race and I'm getting excited. And I think, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with me that it's showing up at 5 DPO, or 5 days past conception? That's wild. And you know what's funny too? It is possible that the people that say they're 6 DPO and get this line, it doesn't actually mean that they fertilized right at, when they ovulated. They could have they could have conceived 24 hours later. I don't know. I just think that's wild. So let's just see what happens. Okay, I set an alarm for 4 minutes. So if it's negative, or if I don't see anything, then it's definitely an evaporation line. Oh my gosh, I do see something. Are you kidding me? I mean, wow. Is that a line? Oh my gosh, no way. Not. I don't know if you can see that, but I see something. That is crazy ridiculous. Crazy ridiculous. There it is. Boy, that's just not gonna show up on camera at all. But that would explain why I broke down and sobbed while changing Hannah's diaper yesterday. And sitcoms are way funnier than they really are. Like, I'm laughing and laughing and it really wasn't that funny, but wow. That's at 4 minutes. That is not an evaporation line for first response. That is not. 5 DPO. It just makes me think there's something wrong with me. Okay, well, I'm excited and happy and hopeful, and I'm gonna just take it. I'm gonna take it. Wow, that is insane. All right, so I will see you tomorrow morning at 6 DPO. Okay, we're in the car, we're at the park. I didn't even think I was gonna come to the park today, but it's gonna rain tomorrow, so I thought I really need to take Hannah there and run her out before lunchtime and then her nap. So she needs the exercise, and we come here almost every day anyway. My eyes are a little red. I've started to cry a little bit. The shock is wearing off and I'm starting to get excited, and I'm just going to let myself get excited because I believe that I'm done with chemical pregnancies. And I mean, I'm just so done with it. And I have taken so much CoQ10 and glutathione. I added that, but it's only been a couple weeks since I started that. But that was also recommended by some fertility experts. Anyway, what I was trying to say in the last clip, and I did not do a very good job, and I got distracted, and I didn't even finish really what I was saying, was that when I called to order the sperm, I was on the phone with, I think she's the only girl that works there. She answers every single time. And it was weird. It was almost different. It's like, you don't remember me? I call every month. But anyway, she asked me when it came time, she asked me, so what do you want? Do you want ICI vials or IUI? And I was like, what do you mean? He only has, I said, well, he only has IUI vials left. He sold out of those last fall. She goes, oh, no, there are 3 available. And I about lost. I mean, I was driving too, and I was talking through my van. And so, I was like, are you serious? Are you kidding me? What? How is this possible? And she's like, and you hear click, 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 click. She's like typing, and she goes, let me see if I can find out any more information. And she said, I know, Hannah, we're almost done. Either he came back in and donated more. And I'm like, no, forget it. No way. All the vials that I ever get, the IUIs that I have been, even Hannah's vial, and every single vial that I've ever, his donation span was 2015. There's no way, and it was for college. He was trying to pay for college. There's no way he came back 5 years later and donated a little bit more. Not saying that I'm sure a lot of guys do come back. Hey, I made a lot of good, I made some good, easy money. I'll just, go back. And anyway, I'm like, what's the other option? And she said, and this is so funny, this is totally believable, because I have been on the forums, the chat rooms and stuff through this cryobanks website, because they have a forum for other cryobank customers to get to know each other in case they have the same donor and want to know each other, or just advice on how to do it, what to buy, and how to go about inseminating at home and all this kind of stuff. And she said, or somebody sold back the vials they didn't need. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's exactly what happened. I know it. And I'm freaking out because yes, IUI vials totally work for, I have 5 chemical pregnancies and positive pregnancy tests that confirm IUI totally works. But if you have the choice between IUI or ICI for at-home vaginal insemination, pick the ICI sperm, because the sperm are in their original seminal fluid and it protects them and nourishes them. And it's just more preferred. It's just more optimal, whatever. But yet IUI totally work. So, but ICI is preferred. And because IUI, you know, you're bypassing the acidic environment and everything, and you're getting right close to, you know, you're right in the uterus where, so anyway, I was like, this is a sign that this time is totally going to be it. It's just, it has to be. And you take those things and you hold on to them. And plus, I'm not going to be TMI because I just don't want to go there. But I had all kinds of signs that suggested that I was extremely fertile this time around. Whereas this whole year that I've been doing this, I haven't had those signs, meaning the CM and all that. Like, it just wasn't there. And this time it was totally normal and there. And I was just excited about that too. I thought, man, I'm really showing signs of fertility here. So anyway, that's what I was trying to get to in the last video. Don't want to make this too much longer. We need to go to the park and play. So anyway, that's just something that I was so excited about. And I also went to the website just to double check, and sure enough, it says in red, because it always shows it in red as a warning, you know, ICI, call for availability. So of course I know that means there are only 2 left. So anyway, unbelievable, just unbelievable. So again, 60 PO tomorrow morning, first morning urine. By the way, the urine I used, I've already gone to the bathroom so many times. Like, that was not first morning urine. It was either second or third morning urine. I think it was second. So isn't that crazy? Anyway, all right, so I will see you tomorrow morning. Wow, I definitely think, oh my gosh, it is darker. That's a lot easier to see on camera. I am 7 DPO. Please get darker. Okay, that's awesome. Please, please, please get darker.